on one of the best views you'll find in all of baseball. Down series between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Pittsburgh Pirates. McCutchen. Garrett Cole, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, take a look at that whip. Around 1-3, which is pretty much league average. So he's been very serviceable all year long.
Jonathan Villar heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Third baseman, number 5.
Liner towards second. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Well, first pitch of the game, a lot of guys on the mound are thinking, all right, let's just get ahead here with the fastball. And he was having none of it at the plate. Drives this one for a solid single to start things out.
Cole sets. Here's the first pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. After it is Marte. He's there and records the first down. And a look now at the batting order for the visiting Milwaukee Brewers. Who do you have your eye on, EK?
Well, we all know it. The man to watch, Giancarlo Stanton. He's hit 6 home runs in the last 10 games. The baseball must look like a bowling ball with the way he's been crushing it.
And that'll be in plenty of time, and a perfect call on the pitch out there.
You know, some managers don't like to call for the pitch out right away, thinking if they guess wrong, it changes the whole at-bat. But here, they had a good idea he'd be running, and turns out they were right.
High pop-up. Mercer is there for it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Brewers sent packing on just 4 pitches. Now the Pirates will get their first opportunity. No score. Willie Peralta, the right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, if you take a look at that whip, you can see he's been struggling all year long. A lot of base runners.
Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
Yeah, that's a great pitch on 1-2. You start it in the zone, and hopefully you'll get that guy thinking he needs to protect. It turned out to be a good take.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. Jung Ho Gong will get his first opportunity here, and as you can see, he's got that average up over the 290 mark to begin play.
He's been having a pretty good year, but he's been slumping just a little bit at the plate recently. We got to see if he's going to pick it up in this game.
Under it now is Stanton to make the catch, and there are 2 away now. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the Brewers defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, Matty, we've got the big man behind the plate, Salvador Perez. We all know what he means to this game, how he impacts it defensively, gives you a little pop on the offensive side, but most importantly, a clubhouse leader. Can't wait to watch him in this one.
That's yanked into the stands, strike 1. And 0-2. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. 2 out, nobody on. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates. After 1, no score. Giancarlo Stanton gets his first try now, and he's seen that average climb the last week or so.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Cole gets the sign. First pitch on the way. Line drive to left. Marte has to retreat a bit, but he gets there for out number one. With a moment now, let's give you a look at how the Pirates align defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, the center fielder in this one, as good as anybody out there in the field. Has a lot of speed, can cover a lot of ground, and most importantly, he's very reliable.
Salvador Perez will get his first opportunity now. 14 home runs to his credit so far this year. First pitch on its way. Hot shot on the ground is short. Taken in by Mercer. Throw gets him. 2 down.
He's going right through him here in the second. That's 2 pitches and 2 outs. And, you know, quick innings like this early on, that could really pay off later in the game.
Here's the first pitch to him. Ripped down the first base line. But a foul ball here. 0-1. Right side hit hard. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. Jake Elmore will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s. Hit out towards second. Harrison has it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Milwaukee leaves 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Gregory Polanco will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Well, guys, he's really been scuffling lately, hitting under 250 over his last 10 games. So he's going to be looking to turn this thing around sometime soon.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
And obviously, any time you can strike this guy out, you'll take it. I mean, he runs like a greyhound out there. So even routine grounders can sometimes be turned into base hits. Not when you're not making contact, though.
And he is cruising now. It's 0-2.
He's found a pretty nice rhythm out here early on.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Well, it's been something of a strikeout fest here to start this game off. Already 4 strikeouts now in the first 5 batters. Now that's going to be a tough pace to keep up.
Francisco Cervelli will stand in as he'll enter play 4th in the National League batting race. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Now a swing and a soft liner, but foul. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Brock Holt will come forward now, back in the lineup after being used as a pinch hitter last night.
Brock Holt.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. After it is McCutchen. 1 down.
He's just trying to get a fastball in there to start the inning. Ball winds up getting hit pretty well, but not well enough to do any damage. It's a 1-pitch out.
Into the box, Willie Peralta. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Cole into the windup. First pitch on its way. And that's in there for strike one. You like what you've seen from this guy so far?
I do. I like where he's putting the fastball, and I like the movement he's been getting on both his curveball and changeup. I think he'll do well.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. In there, 1-2 now. Third inning, no score to this point. Heading out towards shallow right. And he'll put it away now without much of a problem. 2 gone now here in the third.
If these guys want to keep hitting fly balls, I think he'll be happy with that. Especially when it's the guys down near the bottom of the lineup.
Jonathan Villar will dig in here. He singled to open up the ball game.
Yeah, they tried to sneak a fastball by him, and he was having none of it. Be interesting to see if they try to go at him again with the hard stuff.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
And I think he'll keep riding that pitch until these guys prove they can do something with it.
Try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Josh Harrison will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
That evens it up 1-1. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Skied into very shallow right. Stanton is there. 1 away.
Well, I think this is a slider down in the zone, running away. And that's a very difficult pitch to drive with any authority unless you're a guy like Matt Kemp. And this becomes a harmless fly out to right field.
Jordy Mercer will stand in, and as you can see, his home and road splits there. He's been a much better hitter away from home. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. 1-2 now as that's in there at the knees. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. And a swing and a miss, and another punch out here. 6 already, and that's out number 2.
Hey, if you came here to see offense in this ballgame, sit back and relax just a little bit. Both of these pitches are absolutely dueling it out right now.
Garrett Cole will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
And that's almost a carbon copy of that last fastball, and he buried both of those pitches right on the inside corner.
Now the 0-2 pitch. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Back with more on a Thursday night following this. Colton Wong is...
So getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
Drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. Jasso scoops it up. Throw to first in time. One gone here in the fourth. So with one away, let's punch up the graphic and show you the pitch speed comparison for the two starters here in the fourth inning. And boy, you can see it there. A couple of power arms out there as both of these guys are working in the high 90s. Kyle Schwarber in now. Hopped out in his first trip.
Yeah, he just uppercut a fastball. That top hand kind of dragged through the zone, which caused the bat head to drop a little bit.
Cole has his target. Here it comes. Out in front of it, strike one. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Windup and the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball right side. Gloved by Harrison on to first, and that is two quick outs to start the fourth.
Now batting, right fielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
Giancarlo Stanton will come in now with two away, and I've got to say it may be about time to start taking a pitch or two.
Yeah, I mean, he is just running right through these guys. They've been getting themselves out left and right. He's hardly even broken a sweat out there.
Too low with the curveball. 1 ball, no strikes.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
Oh, and that looked like the very definition of flailing there. It's even at 1.
Boy, not only are these guys not getting on base, they're not even getting off any good swings. That's the swing of a guy who's really out to sea right there.
Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Gone in order are the Brewers. On to the bottom of the fourth now, still with no score. Starling Marte will stand in to begin their half of the fourth, with his guys still looking for their first hit of the ballgame.
Yeah, still looking for their first base runner, too. 9 up, 9 down.
The windup and the 0-1. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now. Not much to shout about for either team here as we start the fourth inning. 0-0.
Yeah, I think we kind of knew that pitching might take the upper hand here. Maybe not to this extent, but both guys have really thrown the ball well.
Third baseman,
Stepping in, Jung-Ho Kang. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here's a two-seamer inside to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really bury your times to the plate. You can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
And he lays off for a ball. 2-1.
When you start that pitch off the edge, most guys know well enough to lay off. You've got to start it on the edge if you want him to chase.
VR in foul ground, and he's set down, 1 away.
We'll take a look at this on Show Track, and that's been an effective location for him so far. He's really been handcuffing these guys inside, and he gets another pop-up out of it.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike 1. Now a bluff here as he steps off to look him back at first. 0-1 pitch on its way. A pitch out. The throw. Low throw, and he can't handle the short hop. shot to third, but a quick glove at third, and there are two gone.
Well, here's something for you kids to remember. You gotta freeze on a line drive if you're at second base. Make sure that that ball gets through before you take off and try to advance. And that's a good read there, and he's able to get back and avoid being doubled off.
Gregory Polanco is in with two away as he takes a ball 1-0. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Drilled on the ground is short. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. Thursday Night Baseball rolls on. We'll have more after this. Salvador Perez heads for the box to start off the fifth in this one.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
Out in front of a fastball as this is ripped down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball. Around first, Perez on his way for second. And maybe a chance for our first run. He's in with a leadoff double. So a ringing double here to kick off inning number 5. And as we put up our team leaderboard graphic, you can see there his total currently third best on this Brewers ball club.
Yeah, he's definitely one of their guys offensively. Does a nice job of finding gaps and getting into scoring position.
Chopped weakly to the left. Cervelli gonna have to hurry. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Yeah, he might have thought about going to third for just a split second there. But with nobody out, I think the smart decision was to go ahead and take that out at first base. And that's exactly what he did.
Jake Elmore stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
Yeah, but this time, if he can just put the ball on the ground again, he's going to have a good chance at an RBI because right now the infield's playing back.
Trying to lay one down here, but he misses strike 1. All right, 4 scoreless innings in the books. What's it going to take to push across our first run?
Well, I think both pitchers have really dominated so far. This is where getting the leadoff guy on is so key. You know, get the pitch.
Oh, wild pitch, but the catcher is able to knock it down. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third. Brock Holt is at the plate now, flied out in his first at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a swing and a ground ball. This is foul for the first strike. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
Got in his kitchen big time right there.
Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. Back with more on a Thursday night following this. John Jaso comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Absolutely nothing going on in this game so far, so we'll see if the leadoff man can get something going.
Peralta sets his sights. Here comes the first pitch. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. The pitch count there. 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Out in front of that one. May have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him. Francisco Cervelli is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Right side and right into the shift. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now. Josh Harrison is into the box for his second appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. And a high strike there, 0-1.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
If he'll chase that slider.
Throw in time, and the side. Willie Peralta makes his way to the box to lead us off in the 6th inning. Cole's ready. Here's the first pitch. Into the seats, 0-1. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Jonathan Villar will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips. Oh, and he looks like he's swinging a garden hose out there as this is cut on and missed for strike 1.
And after another swing and miss on a pitch out of the zone, I think it's time to start taking a different approach.
Yeah, they've fallen behind way too easy, haven't they?
You're just not going to have a lot of success when you're always behind in the count.
And he starts to go after it. Question was, did he hold up in time? Yes, indeed, says the third base umpire. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Grounded up the first baseline. To his left, Jasso. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Second baseman, number 16, Colton Wong.
Colton Wong stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Into the windup and the pitch. Runs up and gets this one down. Jasso is up with it, and the throw is too late. He's on with a beautifully placed bunt single.
Oh, you better have to pay attention to this guy right now. He is heating it up. 7 straight games now with that hit.
Runners off for second. Pitch inside the throw, and it's far too late as he steals second with ease. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Hey, it's danger any way you look at it right here. You've got a base open, but you've got an even better hitter waiting on deck. So I don't think I'd be working around this guy. I'd be forced to go right after him.
Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. Hit hard towards second. And the stolen base winds up as a moot point as the inning is over. Brewers strand 1. Jordy Mercer will make his way in as he leads things off here in the Pirates' half of the 6th. In there, strike 1. For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
First delivery to him on the way. Garrett Cole comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Boy, he is putting on a clinic out there right now. These guys don't know what to look for.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Holt giving chase, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Now batting number 6.
Starling Marte will stand in. He hits it for strike one. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. This is popped up. Gallo has got it, and the side is retired. Make it 6 shutout innings as he continues to give them fits out there. 7th inning coming up, and we still have no score. Back here in Pittsburgh, neither team denting the run column quite yet as we look at the game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Giancarlo Stanton will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Now it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing in the Pittsburgh bullpen. Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. Hits ball 1.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Hit hard back up the middle, and that'll get through into center. So there's your possible go-ahead run on base now to lead off the inning. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Certainly in this streak, he's had a lot of those opportunities come late in ball games, but he extends it again with another clutch base hit.
There goes the runner. Pitch swung on and missed the throw. And no throw, as it turns out, as he takes second with ease.
Well, it's almost impossible to get the runner on a pitch in the dirt. And here, he's just making sure that this ball doesn't get by him to the backstop. You see, he turns his glove over, gets big, and just tries to keep the ball in front of him, and he'll keep that runner from getting any further.
And he looked like a caveman swinging a club on that one. It's 0-2 now.
You talk about tying a guy up. My goodness.
Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, after that last swing, I would have thought they'd go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something out there.
But this will be speared at third, and that was self-defense all the way. 1 gone. Throw back to second, and that's a double play. Joey Gallo will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Yeah, putting the ball in play, sometimes that's half the battle.
That's through for a base hit, his 2nd of the ball game. Jake Elmore will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
In there, a base hit. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Milwaukee leaves 1. And Jung Ho Gong steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th.
Still no runs on the board for either team, and it might come down to who can manufacture a run first.
And they go away here. It's a cold strike, 0-2.
Boy, I'll tell you, to be down 0-2 against a guy like this with the stuff he's got tonight, not a comfortable spot to be in.
And he punches out another one, make it 9 for the ball game.
And boy, you talk about a guy getting himself in a groove. How about 10 in a row? He's retired now. He's just making it look easy.
So 1 away in the inning now for the center fielder, Andrew McCutchen. Watches a fastball right there for strike one.
You know, he's pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. Getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
Peralta into his motion. Here's the 0-1. And it's quickly 0-2. Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far. Gregory Polanco will dig in for the third time now. He struck out and bounced out in his first two trips. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball one. Chop foul over towards the dugout. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. Down in order go the Pirates. Still no score. Brock Holt comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
Runs up and gets this one down. Harrison is there. Throw will not be in time, as a perfect bunt there nets him a base runner to lead off the inning.
You know, when a guy's shutting you down, you got to look for ways to try and get on the board. So he sees an opportunity here, and he's going to wind up beating this one out.
Now time is called, and we'll have a pinch runner at first, and that'll be a wise decision, as he's the potential go-ahead run. Standing in now, Willie Peralta pitches a cold strike. The throw way late, and he's in there easily at second. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with nobody out. And he'll try and get his man to third here as he puts this one down. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice.
Well, perfect job there of getting it down. So now that's the go-ahead run right there over at third with just one out.
Jonathan Villar will step in. A ground out victim as last time.
Yeah, ground out last time, but you know, with his speed, that's kind of a big part of the way he plays the game. Put the ball on the ground and force the defense to make a clean, quick play on him, because if they don't, he's safe.
The tag, and they cut down the potential go-ahead run at the plate. Colton Wong gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lifted the other way to left center. Marte on the move. And that retires the side. Brewers strand one. Jock Peterson will stay in the ballgame as he takes over in center.
Now playing center.
Peralta gets the sign. Here it is. John Jaso is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. Hard hit ball to second, and that'll get through into right. So there's your possible go-ahead run on base to lead off the inning.
Yeah, and guys, there's a look at his line through the first few innings. Pretty dominant so far. That's the second hit he's allowed tonight, and the first one didn't wind up hurting him at all. So we'll see if he can get out of this inning as well.
Francisco Cervelli stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. 0-1, here it comes. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one, 0-2.
And it looks like the scouting report says, work this guy away, and it's been paying off.
And whoever put together that scouting report did a real nice job, because this whole team hasn't done much offensively at all.
And reined in, one away.
Now batting.
Now some movement out in the Milwaukee bullpen. Both the lefty and a right-hander have begun to stretch it out. Josh Harrison stands in for the third time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. Not the first time he's felt the squeeze tonight.
Yeah, he's looking and saying, what do I got to do to get a strike?
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Hit hard down the line toward the coaching box. It's a foul ball. Possible go-ahead runs on first, one away. Pitch is way outside, and he can't even get a glove on it. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch. Jordy Mercer digs in, looking to send something into the outfield that gives that go-ahead run a chance to score from second. Right there for strike one. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Oh, tried to check his swing there as this is hit to the left side. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Pirates leave one, and this is still a nothing. Welcome back to Major League Baseball on the show from Pittsburgh, PA. Ninth inning about to start in this one. Sean Rodriguez is going to come on as a defensive replacement now as he takes over at first base. Kyle Schwarber will start things off as they look to do something here to get on the scoreboard for the first time.
And they've seen some opportunities come and go. They do have 7 hits, so it's not like they haven't had base runners. They just haven't been able to bring those guys in.
And we kick off the ninth inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. Oh, and look at this. High in the air and deep. And when this ball comes down, they'll have taken the lead. Home run.
Your attention, please.
A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Home run number 5 on the year. As the Brewers get on the board first, it's 1-0. Giancarlo Stanton now as he gets under the first pitch and sends a fly ball out toward right field. Under this one is Polanco, and he's got it for the first out.
Now batting,
Salvador Perez digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning.
And some action now in the Pirates bullpen. They've got a lefty and a right-hander up to throw.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Feliz sets. Here he comes 0-1. Grounded back up the middle. And that's through for a hit. Joey Gallo steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
And there he goes towards second. Broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. And they'll just tag him here for the out. Jake Elmore stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Runner goes for second. On the ground to third. And the throw to first is in time, but the damage has been done as the side is retired. David Freese will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 23, David Freese.
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Huh. He's feeling it now. I mean, this is turning into a clinic out there. Got him.
As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now.
Left fielder
Starling Marte stands in as he looks at a called strike. Yet again, another first pitch strike.
And it's a big reason of why he's having the success he is. You establish the count in your favor right away, and it just opens up the door to so many more options going forward.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Hard hit ball to second. Stopped on the slide by Wong. Got him.
Woo, no problem.
now batting.
Boy, I'll tell you, it has been like this all night long. The defense has just been airtight, and here's another super play to take away a hit.
Jung Ho Gong will stand in now as their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th.
Yeah, just one final hurdle here before he finishes off the shutout.
And he will make the catch here for the final out, and the Brewers make it 6 straight victories now as this one is over.
Yeah, just 2 hits were all they could muster off of him. He was in complete control from the start of this game, and he finished it off in style, too.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show.